What's up, guys? This is He's Got Freaking Issues here. Just want to start off by saying, if you guys hear any little lady noises in the background, my daughter's playing with her toys, and she has a very vivid imagination. She's the only one that's not in school, so I usually record these videos in the morning before the kids wake up, but today I didn't have time, so I'm filming it now. So like I said, if you hear any noises in the background, that's my princess. Anyway, moving on. I'm making a sub video for Deadpool2323. I heard about his channel from other people's videos. That's how I got hooked on his videos, and making this for him. And want to say wish the best of luck to everybody else that entered. And Deadpool2323, thanks for putting on this contest. I appreciate it. So he had a few rules in here. Rule was number one was you got to be subbed to him, which I am. 18 plus. Been 18 plus many moons ago. One of the first things he asked for, what was your best comic gift? Well, this right here is one of my better gifts. That's my Spawn number one. You might say that's just average Spawn, which it is, but it has a sentimental value to me. Todd McFarlane was going to be at the 1996 San Diego Comic-Con, and me and my buddies, after graduation, decided to go up there for our last trip before me and another buddy went to the Navy. And my friend gave me that because he knew I was a big Spawn fan, but I actually hadn't picked up Spawn number one. I got hooked on it, I think, about Spawn number 4 on down. And so Todd was going to be there, and I want to get his autograph, and so my buddy gave it to me, sort of as like a going away present before I left the Navy. So that's why it has sentimental value to me. And that actually goes on to the next one of the other questions he had. What was your favorite autograph that you got? So of course it was Todd McFarlane. I waited in line for 2.5 hours back when autographs were free before you had to pay for them. And Todd McFarlane signed it over here. It says, "To Daryl," right there. See that? "To Daryl," from T-Mac down there at the bottom. So I've had this since I was 18 years old. So it's been in my collection. It's in really great condition, probably a 9.6. I mean, I took really great care of it. It has a spine bend with no color break, but I mean, the thing's in really great condition. I took really good care of my stuff back then, when I got a little bit older. Anyways, alright, so that's that. Another one is, what do you collect? Well, of course I collect comic books. I collect toys, as you can see. In my other videos I have different toys up. I have toys from since I was about 10 years old that I still have in the packaging that I never ever opened, because that's what I actually discovered collecting, and just wanted to start hoarding stuff because I was collecting stamps, coins, baseball cards, you know, the average stuff kids collect. And then I started collecting toys and never opened them up. And people thought I was crazy, like, how can you be 10 years old and not open up your toys? Well, I was one of the crazy ones. So I still got all my toys in the packages. And like my kids even now, like, they see the toys or the comic books in different places, and like, hey, don't touch Dad's toys, don't touch Dad's comic books. And so even my kids know not to touch them. And even my oldest son got into collecting toys and stuff, especially Deadpool. He's a big Deadpool fan, and he really got into collecting that type of stuff. So that's what I collect. I'm not big into pops, but I have a few, just not a lot. Mostly comic books, like I said, and toys. I don't collect toys much anymore since I spend most of my money on mostly comic books. I buy a statue here and there every now and then, but that's about it. That's all I collect. Alright, another one was, what is one of the favorite moments that you have from his videos? One of the ones I liked was when you said that you got an autograph for your son. You went just for your son. And you know, I'm the same way. I'm really big about family. I have 6 kids of my own, and I'm really big on family. So, you know, I like to do special stuff for my family too. And since my son turned into a teenager, he turned turd teen. That's what I call him, because he's 13. I call him a little turd, so he's turd teen. And his favorite not favorite artist, but his favorite character is Deadpool. So I had him brought Michaels, one of the artists that had done what was it, Brigade for Image back in the day. He actually worked with Liefeld, got a job working with him. They had met each other when he was 12, Liefeld was, I think, 16, and they met at a convention and started showing each other their doodles and stuff, and that's how they became friends. And anyways, moving on. Later on, when I had met him, I'd known him for a little while, and then I asked him. I was like, "Hey, can you draw my son as Deadpool?" I was like, "What I want is I want Deadpool to have his mask off, and I want my son's face to be there." So, kind of like you, I went and kind of got an autograph, but I had Michaels draw my son as Deadpool, so he inked it and everything else. Did a really great job. But yeah, my son was ecstatic. He had his friends here for his birthday, and then they were just insane about it, and they loved it. My son was, he just couldn't believe it. So that's his favorite comic book right there. So yeah, like I said, my favorite part was when you got the autograph for your son. I really appreciate things like that. Moving on now. One of the other questions was covers from different eras, Golden Age, Silver Age, stuff like that. Well, I don't really have Golden Age, but what I was going to do is I'm going to show different comic books from different decades, I guess you would say. So I'll start off with this one. It's from the 60s, and it's a Captain America 100. So I got that. My brother's a huge Captain America fan, and there's my princess right there in the camera. Say hi, baby. Come over here, say hi. Over here. Okay, wave hi. Okay, that's my princess. So, yeah, like I was saying, this was from the 60s, and my brother's a huge Captain America fan. Captain America's probably about my third or fourth favorite character. But, you know, I just like collecting his older books because those are the ones that are, those are the money makers. But that's the one, Captain America 100 from the 60s. Moving on now, is my next one is I'm a big Spider-Man fan, as most people know that watch my channel. So I got Amazing Spider-Man 129. First appearance of Punisher. So I want to show that one's from the 70s. Like I said, I just want to start showing books that I really haven't really shown before. I don't want to keep showing my Hulk 181 and my Amazing Spider-Man 300. Pretty sure most people have seen those, so I just want to show different books instead of just showing the same ones that I always show. I get tired of seeing them myself too, even though I love them. But anyways, yeah, this is from the 70s. It's grade 9.4. There's a few spine bands and everything in here. It could do for a press, probably bump it up to 9.6, but I'm going to do that later on after I take care of my more modern books. But yeah, there's my Spider-Man 129 I got. Next one is from the 80s. Which is from 1980, which she doesn't get too much love, but She-Hulk #1. I really like that cover. I used to like that cover when I was a kid. I just thought it was really cool, being Hulk's cousin and all. But yeah, she doesn't get much love. I don't see very many people showing her stuff. But yeah, that's my Hulk, She-Hulk #1. Next one is, I really couldn't decide on what I wanted. Was either because I had two books. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to get from the 90s. So I got two of them to show. One is Spider-Man #2, Marvel Collectible Classics. That's a chromium cover. That one is signed by Stan the Man. I personally didn't get it signed, but somebody got it signed. I actually got it for a great price. I think I paid a little over $400 for it, which, yeah, it's a lot of money, but for how much these things sell for, it's actually really decent price. So that's one of the first ones I want to show, and then this is the other one I couldn't decide whether I wanted to show or not, which is a Spawn #1 black and white edition. That one's signed by T-Mac himself. So that's the second one I wanted to show. And then one from the early 2000s. This is one of my favorites, even though it's all black color and it's just black, right? I mean, but that's the 9/11 edition. The whole special meaning, I mean, for one, it's 9/11. We shouldn't forget about that. But I remember I was in the Navy at the time 9/11 happened, and we went to high alert. And we were on high alert for a while, you know. I mean, so many people's families were affected by 9/11. And it was just a high stressful time. And I just remember that, and I remember getting this book. And I just thought it was pretty awesome that they made a book for that. And it just had a little sentimental meaning to it, you know. So that one's from the early 2000s. This one's from the late 2000s, 2010 and on. This is my Spider-Man Deadpool #1 GameStop variant. I also have a Zing variant coming in. That's 9.8. It just got graded by CGC, and those should be coming in soon. And but yeah, that's one of my favorites from 2010 and on. So sorry it wasn't exactly what you wanted. Covers from Golden Age, Soul Rage, or whatnot, but I hope that doesn't disqualify me. But I just wanted to show that. But anyways, Deadpool2323, I appreciate you holding this contest. Wish everybody luck, and wish you many, many more subscribers. So if you guys aren't subscribed to him, subscribe to him. Like his channel and everything else. Also do the same for me if you can. I'll have his channel in the link. And I appreciate you guys watching. Later.